Never let anybody see you sweat.
So I was born in New York City, and I lived there until I was 8 years old. I realized that I was a much better talker than I was a listener. I don't know what to say, I just don't like what you're saying.
Sorry, Your Honor.
I ended up going to law school at Georgetown, and I was a prosecutor for Janet Reno. I loved it because it was so raw. Were you cheating on her?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
All rise.
Our show will be a mixture of education, I think you're misreading the law a little bit, and entertainment. My main goal is justice and the law. That's been my legacy, and the legacy I hope to continue into the future with the show.
Haley Brooks claims her 10th wedding anniversary photo was used without consent on billboards that said "Give to the Needy." Jordan Pierce says Miss Brooks signed a contract allowing him to use the couple's image.
Okay, Ms. Brooks, you are suing Mr. Pierce for $10,000 for a breach of contract because, according to you, he unlawfully and wrongfully used your image. Tell me what happened.
Well, unlawfully and wrongfully is loosely spoken here, Judge.
Okay.
My name's Haley Brooks. I married my husband, Brandon. 10 years ago, we met in Tulum. Beautiful. It was like a singles retreat, right? Beautiful time. We wanted to recreate that.
We're going to start 10 years ago, though, right?
Yeah.
All right.
10 years.
You wanted to recreate. Go ahead.
But we wanted to kind of recreate that time. So we had like a bohemian look, some of the same beads. I mean, there was a lot of thought that went into this photo shoot.
Okay, so you wanted to do a photo shoot,
yes,
for your anniversary.
To recreate
the feel of being in Mexico, and okay, so go on.
Our photographer that I've used before personally, that I trust, was not available. He said, listen, check out Jordan Pierce. He comes highly recommended. I looked him up first, asked him if he was available. I told him clearly we only had a few hours. We had to take pictures. We had to get on the plane, had to be at the airport by 5.
Where were you going?
We were actually going for a whole month. We got off of work. I have my own business, so we got off for a month, and we were going to Bahamas. We weren't even bringing our kids. We just wanted to go relax.
Well, that didn't need saying.
We saved up for this trip, but it turned into a nightmare because when we came back, literally, I didn't even get home yet. I took my phone off of airplane mode. I'm getting tagged on social media. People are starting a GoFundMe. My pastor is calling me, saying, are you guys okay?
Wait, a GoFundMe?
There's a billboard as I get like maybe a mile down the road, not even a mile. There's a billboard with our pictures on it, me and my husband, Brandon, literally saying, give to the needy.
A billboard?
In our bohemian outfits, look like we're homeless, and we're not, thank God.
Do you have that a picture of the billboard?
I have the billboard picture. First, I have the first picture that was beautiful.
Just give me what I'm asking for. Do you have the billboard picture? Okay.
No. You want to see what it was in the beginning? It was real nice.
Yeah, go ahead. All right, I changed my mind.
Yeah,
you're right.
Look at what he did. It was real sneaky. He knows what he was doing.
These are the pictures that he took
originally
at your anniversary
That's right.
shoot. And it ends up on a billboard?
Yeah, we look like we're in a black hole somewhere. We look like we need...
He's implying that you are needy and that just look at him.
Right.
Be generous, because just look at him. What I'm a little concerned about is the give to the needy. Do you mind explaining what this is?
I most definitely can, Your Honor. First off, my name is Jordan Pierce. I'm a photographer. I've been a photographer for close to 40 years. As Ms. Brooks said, she called me and it was a last-minute situation. She said her photographer canceled. They were already dressed. I happened to be available. And she came, her theme was already set up. So we took the pictures. Prior to that, as I do for all my clients, I have them sign a industry standard contract, which allows me to use the photos in other ways.
Can I see the contract?
Yes,
he
yes,
rushed
you may.
me through it too, Your Honor.
Don't sign anything you don't have time to read.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Well,
I shouldn't have.
Your Honor,
seriously, don't sign it. Do the photo shoot at a different time. I'm running out. When did your photographer cancel? How soon?
Within an hour before we were supposed to meet with him.
And what was the excuse? Was he having a baby?
He said his family was sick or somebody was sick. He could not meet with us.
Well, that's a thin excuse.
So, Your Honor, she says this is a rush job. They had a flight to catch and everything was already set up. So I'm kind of in rush mode as well, trying to help them to make sure they get to their flight and everything. We took the pictures, and as you see, at least one example.
Did you read that it says the client hereby grants Pierce Photography the limited perpetual right to use, publish, and exhibit on the internet and in other publications any digital images or photographs of the client taken during the session. The parties have the option to opt out of this visual display use. If the client wishes to opt out, they must notify in writing at the time of the signing of this contract. Well, there's right there, it says client opt out right on top. All you'd have to do is check that. I mean, it's page 2 of a 2-page contract, and the font's pretty big.
Coming up on Justice for the People.
Somebody started really a GoFundMe?
There's a GoFundMe
Without
for
talking to you?
$67,000 right now.
Your Honor, by the way, this has been their most successful campaign. They've raised the most money from this picture.
And later,
Can you retrace for me what happened here? Because clearly you gave her it's a girl, and clearly it's not a girl.
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Emmy-nominated Justice for the People with Judge Milian. We're back with a case of Haley Brooks, who brought Jordan Pierce to court for breach of contract.
It's one thing for somebody to think that you're going to use it to promote your photography business, and it's quite another to put it on a billboard. Like, how did you get hired by the charity? What happened?
I can explain. So about a week after our photo shoot, this charity calls me. I've worked with a number of different charities, and they called me and said, hey, do you have any photos for our campaign that we do? And I've done different photos, and I said, sure, let's take a look to see if there's anything you like. As we go through it, I send them a few examples because their bohemian look was perfect. They didn't want models, they didn't want any professional shoot. They said, is there something that's just kind of a natural? I said, sure, I think I have something you'll like. Well, get quick with it. They saw something they liked. They said, oh, this is going to work perfect. I said, well, great, here you go.
Did you not think that she might be offended that you implied that she's broke and needs charity?
I didn't see it as going to be implying that she was broke.
Oh, you don't? I'm sorry. I want you to take a look at that billboard. Take a look.
No, I see it.
And that's a picture of you and your mate there and not them.
Well,
do you see it then?
When I see it now,
but see it now because now that's what we call empathy, right? You're thinking about the effects of what you're doing.
This picture is what I sent to them.
Yeah.
That is what they came up with.
Guys, why is everybody focusing on the fact that it's black in the background? Who cares? It's her picture. You know, in gargantuan size, implying that they don't have two nickels to rub together. Look, I understand your clause, and usually your side wins, because those clauses are usually pretty ironclad. But they're for whether you promote your own business with that. How are you promoting your business when you use them on a billboard in town, implying that they are needy? And what does the word limited mean in your contract? It's your contract. What did you mean if not limited?
That's true. It's not defined as limited, but that's a wide scope.
Okay, it is a wide scope. This is the widest. Like, here is you using it to promote your business.
Right.
And here is their paupers. Quick.
Well, my thought is...
Set up a GoFundMe for them before they starve. They've got children.
So my thought, here's a charity that's raising money for a great cause. And I said, if this is going to be... By the way...
Did it occur to you ever to say, hey, would you mind, you gave me permission to use your image any way I want, but this is a little bit out there, so did it ever occur to you to just check?
No, not to check to see how it was going to be defined, because I don't have final okay on that.
What are you talking about? That is the picture you took. I don't care if it's in a black background or a tent. The tent would have been worse. The tent is more implication that they're homeless. So, that's not what we're about here. Did they really somebody started really a GoFundMe?
There's a GoFundMe
without talking to you?
$67,000 right now.
Your Honor, by the way, this has been their most successful campaign. They've raised the most money from this picture. They said, wow, this is great.
Do you think that makes your case better
or worse?
I'm just saying the facts that they raised.
Because they look so darn needy in there.
Right. It's clueless.
The fact that they look needy, I mean, it worked out for the campaign.
It worked out for the campaign. I'm sure. Did you get paid by the charity?
I did not. This was my contribution.
Yeah, well, you got an in-kind contribution, which you probably use on your taxes. What does she get by being pinned? She and her husband get by being pinned as two needy people. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying, you know, it's not like something online that just poof, it's gone the next day. It's a billboard. Everybody driving down that 18-lane highway sees it.
I saw that for the first time myself, driving down the road. And said, "Oh wow, there's my picture. There's our picture."
Oh, and what was your immediate? What was your immediate reaction when you saw that?
Wow, that looks good up there because it's going to work for their charity.
Right. That's lovely. Except for that, I find that your contract does give you the right, in a limited fashion, to use their image. Doesn't define what limited is, so guess who you've left it up to, okay? And I find that this is not limited. It is not a limited use as envisioned in your contract. My verdict is for the plaintiff, and now there's two parts to every lawsuit, okay? Part one is, I find he done you wrong. Part two is to prove up what your damages are. So how are you going to prove $10,000 worth of damages?
Well, here's the problem, Judge, is I am actually on my choir at my church, and because of this, I have not been able to be a part of my choir.
Why?
Because my pastor, it took me 3 weeks to explain to him that we did not know about this. And
why
so
would your pastor hold against you?
There's a relationship that I have with my community. I hold that very dear. And so because of that, I mean, I work with people in my community on other charities.
I know, but it's not like you're being used in you know, with jail cells put in front of you. You know, it's being needy. I get you. I'm ruling in your favor.
Sure.
I get that there's damages. I've got to figure out the amount, and you can't just pull it out of the sky. So what exactly are you damaged? You know, it's for the principle of the thing is really what's going to happen here. You're not going to cash in on $10,000, and I'm going to order you to pay her $1,000 for what I find to be an unlawful use that exceeded your scope of permission in the contract. Verdict for the plaintiff.
Thank you, Judge.
All rise.
Judge Milian has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant owes $1,000.
I don't think I was wrong. I see how it looked on the top there, but it was the most successful campaign. It did a great job for the community, and here it is. I have to pay her $1,000 because of
community.
Coming up.
I wrote it down. I had doubt, gave it to someone else.
Okay, so wait, this is what you're showing me in your defense, right?
You're watching Emmy-nominated Justice for the People with Judge Milian. Jackie Smith claims the defendant's bakery made her a pink gender reveal cake, so she prepared a nursery for a girl, but gave birth to a boy. Jill Saunders says the note she received wasn't clear, and she's not at fault for using the wrong color.
Ms. Smith, you are suing Ms. Saunders for $1,000 because according to you, she messed up your reveal cake. Tell me what happened.
Yes, Your Honor. So thank you for having me here. So what happened is 6 months ago, when I was 7 months pregnant, I went to the doctor and we have our sonogram. The technician then wrote the results of the gender in an envelope. I asked her to seal it, and I brought it to this lady's bakery.
Okay.
Then I told her, please put this in a gender reveal cake for our gender reveal party. She misplaced
Put what?
Put the results in the color of
the results that were in the sealed up, because you didn't want to know why.
I didn't want to know. I'm start talking to her about what I want the cake to look like on the outside, and I want it to be white so that it doesn't give up anything.
And is this the person who you talked to?
This is the person I spoke to, yes.
All right. Are you the owner?
Yes.
Okay.
A week after that, we have a gender reveal party. We cut the cake. It's pink. We're so excited. I have proof right here. We decorate our baby's room, and we paint it. Please let me bring this
What'd
to
you do?
Just to make sure.
We paint it, and we make this mural with unicorns and flowers. We're ready to welcome our first kid ever. Then a week after that, I start having some pain, so I go to a check-in, and the technician, her name is Karen, who's actually friendly with me because she's been with me through my whole pregnancy. She comes to me, she's like, are you excited about the baby boy? what do you mean a baby boy? You gave me the results. It was a girl. And she said, no, I remember writing a boy, and it's a boy.
Coming up.
It says it's a boy, and then you've crossed out boy and you write girl.
Yes.
This just shows you were more confused than I thought.
You're watching Emmy-nominated Justice for the People with Judge Milian. We're back with a dispute between Jackie Smith and Jill Saunders over a gender reveal cake mistake.
Can you retrace for me what happened here? Because
definitely
clearly you
can.
gave her it's a girl, and clearly it's not a girl. So
We received the envelope, right? And in the envelope, it read, what I originally read was, it's a male. And then I started looking at it because how many doctor notes have you gotten that you can read just so easily? And so I was looking at it and I realized, oh no, I think it says it's female, because it's a male is kind of weird phrasing. So looking at it more, I start seeing, oh no, it's female. So then I went and asked my employee to just get a second opinion on it without a shadow of a doubt. She reads it, says it's female.
oh, there's some doubt. You're sitting here, you're telling me the doubt. You don't know. Why don't you guys call her and say, listen, I need to speak to your technician, and make sure that you're getting the right results?
Your Honor, I wasn't going to call her because if you were there for the first meeting, she wasn't very pleasant to be around.
Right, but
And
you decided to take her business and do it. Don't you want to do it right?
I thought I was doing it right. I acted upon doing it right.
Upon what? You can't tell what it is.
The
and you
evidence
don't,
I have here is my work order.
You can't tell what it is, and instead of making sure that there's no doubt, you rely on somebody who hey, come here, look at that. What's that say to you? Okay, works for me. Pink. Like, how is that making sure you got the right result? What have you got there that you want to show me?
It's my work order that shows that we wrote down.
Yeah, let me see. Let me see.
Just the work order.
Oh. I wrote it down. I had doubt, gave it to someone else.
Okay, so wait, this is what you're showing me in your defense,
Yes.
right?
Judge Milian's verdict when Justice for the People returns. You're watching Emmy-nominated Justice for the People with Judge Milian.
This just shows you were more confused than I thought. You are completely confused. You committed to it being a boy, and then somebody else tells you, nah, I think that says girl. And you go, yeah, all right, girl. You took the trouble to do this instead of calling her and saying, I can't, stop. All you had to do was say, I can't read that handwriting. You're right. I've been unable to read doctors' handwritings my whole life. I think it's a prerequisite for medical school. Mm-hmm. The question is it reasonable and foreseeable that if you make a cake mistake, someone's going to go out and rely on it? That's the question. According to her, you should call your doctor to make sure I didn't make a mistake. According to you, who does that? Who thinks of that? I assume you got it right. According to you, you're sitting there with the thing, you write boy, and then someone else talks you out of that, but you never take that extra step. I was originally thinking I'm only going to refund your cake. But that's not what I'm going to do, because frankly, she kind of ruined your gender reveal party too. That's certainly worth $1,000. Verdict for the plaintiff.
All rise.
Judge Milian has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant owes $1,000.
I told you so.
If you have $1,000 to spend that easily without double checking, I can't believe you don't have $1,000 now to cover it.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.